so good.
I'm concerned. I'm going to walk into work one day and you're just going to be tearing down diesels.
It's actually kind of clutch because that Pilsner, that Bitburger, is not that high ABV, so you're splitting it with the Pepsi. So I'm down for it. It looks like mud water, though.
It does. It looks like that mud water coffee stuff, the mushroom coffee we bought.
Welcome to the Manistee Dan show.
Yeah. What do you mean? You like those too?
I do.
It's kind of an excuse for me to get James to try these two. I don't know if you've ever had the Spruce Pilsner.
I have had
a long time ago. And the Juicy Tree. I'll hold off on those for a second. First off, we got the Return of the King. If you hadn't heard yet, New Holland Mad Hatter is back. New packaging. What has it been like?
I'm back, baby. A couple of years. At least 3 years.
I figured at least 5.
Let's see, 2017 for the store. And then we had it for a solid year or so.
Okay.
So maybe 5 years.
Yeah. Anyway, it's good. Midwest style IPA, they're
baby.
calling it. I remember it being super basic. Probably the last time I had it, I hated it. I didn't like IPAs yet. So I bought a mix pack and it was all Mad Hatter variants. And I was like, oh, wow, this is rad. It's like chewing on pine needles. But
now he loves that shit. The pioneer, the better.
Yeah, clearly. Oh, man.
Let's go.
You're going to be able to get some of this on tap tomorrow, aren't you?
So good. Yeah, shout out to New Holland, right? Going there tomorrow.
Oh, that's good. Maltier than I remember.
Dry.
Not nearly as bitter as
Which is fire. I love a good
it.
dry IPA. So good. I was telling you yesterday about the original packaging. You remember the original packaging? I love the original packaging.
All of New Holland's old packaging was great. I still really miss the Poet packaging, the crow on it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the new packaging. That's nothing against the
I
beer.
love the new packaging. It just, in my head, and don't associate it with the beer that I love. That's my problem.
You brought up a good point, though, yesterday. This, is hidden in the packaging. You know?
We've told several people, hey, Mad Hatter's back. What? Where is it?
Yeah.
And they'll look at all the New Holland stuff. I mean, if you're the camera's the shelf, they're looking at it. They don't see it because they don't know what it looks like anymore. And you really kind of got to get up close. Like I said, I like the whole brand recognition thing. It looks super good, very clean, but it just, they lost, one of my favorite stouts is the Poet, and I don't even notice it on the shelf anymore, and I work here. It just doesn't, it's not the beer that I loved, even though it still is. This
is a great IPA.
Yeah, this is good. This is
back,
very
baby.
Good.
I'm glad you're back. It's so good.
And keep it back, New Holland. This is killer. I think labeling it Midwest is nice. If that becomes our style, it's like the malty, slightly maltier IPAs. I like that. That could be a cool style.
And let's own that Midwest.
Hell yeah.
I think more breweries
Detroit
should do that
pizzas
here.
And Midwest IPAs.
Yeah. Detroit pizza, the best pizza in the country.
It's 90% bread.
Yeah, that pan style, dude. Fuck with that. I mean, Little Caesars is still super good pie.
Yeah.
You have 6-7 beers. Little Caesars pizza does not suck at all.
You can't tell me Little Caesars pizza is good if you qualify as I've had 6 or 7 beers first. Yeah, it's perfect. It really soaks it all up. This one's 51K from Black Rocks. I just kind of need to fill out the set here. I didn't want to do 3. I wanted to do 4.
51K does not suck.
It's been a long time since I've had a 51K. I would also classify this one in my head as a Midwest IPA. I guess your mileage may vary there. Definitely like Pioneer.
The UP.
A little more resinous. From Marquette, Michigan. What are the best breweries in the state?
Quit moving to Marquette.
Just in general, people?
Yeah.
Stop moving to Marquette? Yeah, we need to bring those housing prices down so I can move up there. This is so good.
The malt build on this is...
Thing is, to me, this tastes like a beer that you're getting on tap. This does not taste like it should be a canned beer, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes sense.
I feel you.
Usually you have it in a can, it's more bitter, and you get it on tap, and it's a little more malty like this.
It's like the air gets to it a little bit more, and it helps open it up.
Super smooth.
Yeah. Welcome to the experts.
Yeah, we know all the technical...
I titled this on TikTok, Beer Tasting of Champions.
Well, by the time we get to the end, it does take a champion's fortitude to get there.
Yeah. Slow down. Dan Dean's got this, dude. We're getting too good at this. You're right. We're going too fast.
It's too quick. We can bang out 4 or 5 episodes. I won't be able to close tonight, but
I'll be here with you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Delightful.
It doesn't have any of the sweetness of some IPAs today. It's not hazy, so it's not like extra filling. I always describe it as basic, but it's...
What's your stance on hazies today? I mean...
I love them, but I'm just kind of... There's too many.
There's too many.
And that's great. You get spoiled for choice, but I think for me it's like...
That's a good way to put it. Spoiled for choice.
I don't want that many hazies on the market because I want the few that are there to be really good, and then I want the rest to be like these two, where they're... I don't want to say basic. It's
like
more
your favorite
nuanced,
sweater.
I guess. Yeah, like they're not so wildly different. I'm glad the milkshake IPAs went away. That's probably the only style I've ever hated.
The milkshake IPA.
I could not find a single one that I liked, and I still can't figure out who was drinking them or why they were
trying.
them.
Well, everybody was trying to make the thing that was going to be better than the hazy.
They're all looking for the new hazy, right? It's the Midwest IPA, guys. Starting it now.
Make an IPA really good. Make a stout really good, and you got a brewery.
Yeah. You want to start with the Pilsner or the IPA here?
I want to do the IPA.
All right.
That's Spruce Pilsner.
This is Juicy Tree, an experiment. They're starting to call it an experimental IPA, which I think is really funny, with spruce needles, juniper berries, and cranberries. It's
Christmas time.
It's so good. I love it. This tastes like you're a kid and you got the real tree in your living room, and it's Christmas morning, so the thing is dried to shit because you've had it in the living room for a month.
Fire starter.
It is ready to go up. I love this so much. I was devastated because it didn't come in the Hoppy Holidays pack like it usually does, and I was like,
"Yeah, what's up with that?"
I'm not gonna be able to get my Juicy Tree. No, well, I prefer it in a 6-pack because I don't have to buy the big pack of other beers. This I will probably buy out whatever is left of ours when it stops coming in.
Can you ask Dan Dean to buy the rest of Nicey Spicy?
Nicey Spicy, the best beer in the world. Oberon Killer, come in today and buy it.
It is an Oberon Killer.
I thought I liked it. I'll buy a 6-pack. We'll get rid of it.
Coriander.
Hell of a lot of coriander. This is it's got that like sweet
coriander.
Tartness from the cranberries.
I love this
faint.
beer.
It's like you're smelling pine needles. You don't taste them. And I know in this one, that's all you taste. It's like you're chewing on a pine bough.
Yeah, I mean, the team at Shorts, they go out and they
clip the spruce
harvest
tips.
spruce themselves.
Yeah, if you've never heard of it, just Google it because they have videos of them doing it.
Yeah.
It's one thing to know they do spruce tips, but to watch them in the video go up, you're cutting the tips off of the spruce pine boughs. Just the tip.
Bit.
Just the tip.
Google Braxton Hicks and the Contractions. Probably one of the best country music bands in the history of country music. Unknown, really.
What are we doing there? What is that?
You've never...
No, how does that connect?
Shorts?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Joe Short is the lead singer of Braxton Hicks. Well,
I didn't know that's what it was called. I guess I've seen the videos.
Do you know what Braxton Hicks are?
Mm-mm.
Braxton Hicks is a contraction that a pregnant woman gets, and then they're like back contractions.
Okay.
When they're pregnant, and they're really painful. So the name of the band is Braxton Hicks and the Contractions. So there's Braxton and Hicks, and the band, the Contractions. I have a hat. That's fucking awesome. Amazing. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I don't want to drink that, but we will.
You're gonna drink it.
All right.
So this is Spruce Pilsner, an
huge
Imperial
fan of Shorts.
Pilsner brewed with spruce tips. This is like 8%, maybe 9%.
The look on your face when I brought up Braxton Hicks and the Contractions was like,
I thought you were just bringing up a band
randomly.
Trying to railroad this
understand podcast
connection. Do you remember what you told me the first? I didn't work here yet. I was still teaching. And I came in and I go, what's that? Do you remember what you said to me?
I probably said you either love it or you hate it, but it has something to do with pine needles raking
You know what? I don't
your
think
tongue.
you even recommended it. I think I grabbed it. I was like, whatever. Shorts, it's interesting. Sounds cool. And you just go, you look like the type of person that would like this.
That was before you worked here for sure.
And I said, what the hell does that mean? Well, it's just not a super popular beer, and not everyone likes it. You wouldn't tell me anything more, so I took it home, and it took me a while to get through that 6-pack, but I think it's just, now at this point, it was almost so bad I liked it, and now I actually, unironically, love this beer. It is so bitter. And like I said, where this one smells like maybe the Christmas trees in another room. There's Christmas trees in your mouth. Spruce Pilsner. It's fantastic. And I tell people all the time, like, for both of these, like, I'll be describing all the IPAs in the fridge to someone who's looking for one. And like, look, both of these taste like IPAs, because this one is a Pilsner, but it's so bitter. It's an IPA, essentially. I tell people, these are two of my favorite beers, but you probably shouldn't try them because you'll hate them. And still, some people buy it because of that. But
Ever the salesman.
You have to go into this one especially like that. Like, I think you'll hate it. It's like 8-9% alcohol. It tastes like you're chewing on a pine tree.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this is a big...
well, this is our 8th beer today. So...
Yeah.
It's actually not horrible for me today.
You primed the pump well enough.
I'm good.
When you come into this dry...
Yeah,
that's your first beer. That's a wild ride. But it's good for that. For me, like winter hike, take one beer, halfway out the hike, sit down, crack that.
One beer.
Do you need more than one of these?
Who takes one beer anywhere?
When you got to hike.
Just one.
All right, fine. I take 3 of them.
Yeah, right? There you go.
This is just, it's very nice.
It's good.
I would say,
it's good.
If you haven't had it, it's worth a try.
Yeah.
I'm going to single some out this afternoon. That's definitely the way to try it.
Yeah.
Like
one
I said,
beer. One time.
I'm not sure it's one that you'd ever want to buy a 6-pack without ever trying it.
You could add Pepsi to it.
You could add Pepsi to it. I'm not sure that would make it better. You can try it right now. You got your Pepsi over there.
Oh, I do. Here, let's do it. I wonder if that would work with this.
I don't think it will.
Dude, that's actually...
What are you going to call that? Because it won't be diesel. It'll be like, what's the new gas? E95 or whatever?
It's the new corn oil. Let's see here.
Wreck fuel. That's what it is.
It's like wreck fuel. That's a pretty good fucking jolt right there.
That would be the way to do it. Instead of Pepsi, use Jolt Cola if that was still around.
I had Jolt for a while.
Kick. I'm just going to enjoy the
Cheers.
beer.
Let's go.
It works.
It works. I think Pepsi works in all of it.
I don't know. I don't want Pepsi in any of my beers, but that one, holy cow, that bitterness comes through harder than if you're just drinking the beer. I don't know if the sugar does something to your tongue. Holy cow, it's like as bitter as Malort is on the aftertaste. You know what I mean? Holy cow.
Shout out to Malort, by the way.
No shout outs to Malort.
So good.
Cheers. I'm glad we did a double. This is a fun episode.
Content.
Return of the King. It's back. If you didn't know it was back, get it today. Fantastic. Always good.
Yeah. No, good.
Your mileage may vary, but fantastic.
Your mileage may vary.